Today I wanted to make a video about something that has really pissed me off. Some of you that have watched my videos for a while will know that I went on a holiday last year in July. I went away for 2 weeks. Before I went away, I was like, right, let me buy myself a speaker. Because I thought, well, if we're on the beach and we're going out and about and we've hired a car, it would be really nice to be able to connect all the music on my phone to a speaker and to be able to kind of listen to it when we're out and about without having to take like loads of other stuff with us. So I went out and purchased one of these JBL Flip 3 speakers. It had been recommended by a couple of people. My boyfriend said it was a really good product and I had generally heard quite a few good things about it. I wouldn't say like everybody said it was amazing, but I was like, well, it kind of looks sleek, it does everything I want it to do, and let me just get one and I'll take it on my holiday and it'll be amazing. It is like the biggest regret of my entire life. I stupidly bought it on Amazon. I don't even know what possessed me, but I stupidly bought it on Amazon thinking, oh, it'll be less hassle. I don't even need to go into a shop. I know exactly what I want. So I got the latest edition, which was the Flip 3, and I got it in black, and you can see this is kind of what it looks like. It's got a little tassel. It comes in a box that looks like this. And the only thing it basically comes with to connect it to anything is this little wire, like USB port, so I can obviously connect it to plug socket and connect it to my laptop. And obviously when I'm watching films and stuff on my laptop, I can use this as my speaker. It just sounded like the ideal thing to have. It sounded like the ideal thing to have on a holiday. It sounded like the ideal thing to have when I'm out and about. Biggest regret, and I kind of wish I hadn't got it now. What happened was I bought this last year in June. So May, June, just before I left for my holiday. It came in the box, everything was great. I attached it to my wire and listened to a couple of tracks on my laptop. Stupidly, I should have kind of let it run a little bit longer before thinking everything was okay. This is one that actually is like splash resistant, so if it gets a little splash of water on it, it's meant to be okay for that. I didn't put this anywhere near water because I thought if I do and then it breaks, the manufacturers are going to blame me and basically say that I dunked it or immersed it in water. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to listen to it on the beach. I'm going to get a case for it as well. So on Amazon again, I spent £13 on this like really sleek zip up case, which kind of fits perfectly. And it didn't actually come with the product. I had to buy it from somebody separately on Amazon, but I'm kind of glad I got it because on holiday for travel purposes it was great. So it has this little hole for the tassel, and again just to kind of protect it from like sand and suntan lotion and just loads of other crap that would have been in my bag on holiday. So I'm really annoyed. So let me get to the point of this video. We took this on holiday with us, and again for the first few days it was connected and charging through my laptop, so we could actually just watch movies and stuff with it. And then what happened, we noticed if it wasn't plugged in, after 10 minutes it would go dead. So we'd fully charge it, left it on watching a movie for like 10 minutes, and the whole thing completely just died and went dead. We knew that the battery was charged because it has these little four, you can't see them now because they're not lit up, but you have these 4 little lights that light up to tell you how much charge there is. So all 5 of the lights were lit up, and so we knew it was fully charged. But the battery was only lasting 10 minutes and then it would completely die and then we wouldn't be able to do anything with it. The only way to get the speaker to work was to obviously plug it into my laptop or into a wall socket, which was really inconvenient for the purpose of taking this bad boy on holiday. So that was really annoying. So I emailed the guy from Amazon. I'm not going to tell you who the seller's name because I don't entirely blame the seller, but actually now I'm not so sure. Emailed the guy to say what had happened and said, look, I haven't taken it anywhere near water. I've had it for 2 weeks. I'm already on holiday and it doesn't work, and this is basically the reason I bought it. And he said, I need to send an email to the manufacturers in Japan. They are now requesting that you send an email and video of the actual problem that you're having in case you're using it wrong. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So my boyfriend filmed a little video on his phone, and then we emailed it across to them. It took them ages to respond, which was like the first thing that really annoyed me. It took them absolutely ages to respond. Finally, they responded and they had a look at the fault, and they could see that it was fully charged and they could see that it was going dead because we explained it in the video. The video was only like 30 seconds long, but enough to see the problem that was happening. Also, I then, emailed them saying, look, If it was something that I'd done with it, surely it wouldn't work at all. But surely if there's a fault with the battery or the power somewhere, that's not something that I've done. That's just a fault with the product, considering it's never worked for more than 10 minutes since I've had it, unless it's charging at the same time. So we then sent the email off. They then replied like a month later. They replied a month later to basically say, yes, it does look like a faulty product. Can you send it back for repair or replacement? And obviously then I had to pay for like the chargers and stuff. And they said if there wasn't a fault with the product, that I would then have to pay for them to send everything back to me, which I thought was absolutely ridiculous, because I'd already paid to send the product back and I'd paid to have the product shipped to me in the first place. So I was like, no, I'm not paying. If it doesn't work, I don't want it. So then they agreed to send it back to me after it had been repaired, because they agreed that the fault wasn't something that I'd done. So that happened literally like 2 months after I'd come back from my holiday. So that was like September time. So September last year, I sent it off and I'm still waiting. Every couple of months or every few weeks, I'm asking the guy, like, do you know where my speaker is? Do you know what's going on? And he's responding saying, we've had to send it all the way back to Japan to the manufacturers. They're looking into it and they've decided that they're going to replace it and send you another one. So I was like, okay, that's great. Are they going to ship it directly to me, or are they going to send it to you? And they were like, no, they're going to send it directly to you. So I sent them my address again, just to confirm the address that they sent it to in the first place, and everything was fine. And then it just never came. It just never came back. And so months and months and months had passed. So this was like September, October, November, December, January, February. So I got this back this month. Like, I literally got this sent back to me this month, which is absolutely ridiculous, because it's been like 8-9 months since I went on holiday, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So I then emailed the guy saying, thank you so much for getting my speaker back to me. I really have no problems with it. And I just literally tested it out. As soon as I got the product, I realised it was fully charged. So I was like, okay, let's listen to it. So I turned it on. I didn't connect it to anything. I turned it on in the morning, and I was just listening to music with it while I was getting ready for work. And in that time, it seemed to be absolutely fine. But I was probably listening to it for no longer than 10 minutes again. And then every morning I would come home and I would listen to it, and I'd watch a couple of films on it, and it was working absolutely fine. And then it went down to like 4 lights. So out of the 5 lights, it went down to 4 lights. So it still had a lot of charge in it, which was amazing. One day I came home from work and I was getting changed. I was hanging out in my room, and I was like, oh, let me just listen to my speaker. And it just wouldn't start. Like, just wouldn't start. And I was like, well, when I left this morning, there were 4 lights on it, and it just wouldn't start, which obviously really peed me off. So I was like, okay, maybe it's dead, maybe I need to charge it. I went to work, came back from work, tried to charge it, it wouldn't charge. So this is the brand new, apparently the brand new speaker that they've sent me, which I believe it could have been a brand new speaker. This is the wire that they gave me to charge it with, and it's also a Samsung phone charger as well. So I was like, well, let me charge it. And usually when it charges, the lights on the bar, like on the bars, actually turn on, so you know that it's charging. I plugged it in to my laptop and nothing was happening. I plugged it into the wall socket and nothing was happening. It was just completely dead. And I thought maybe the wire doesn't work. So I had to wait for my boyfriend to come around to my house, and we had to basically plug his wire into it to see if it was charging, and it definitely wasn't charging with any kind of wire whatsoever. But it didn't make sense to me that the item had gone completely dead without me actually using up the battery. So I emailed the guy saying, look, I've just had my speaker back, I've had it for 1 week and it just doesn't work. Like, it was fine for a few days and I've gone home to use it and it's not working. I don't know if the battery's completely run out or what, but now it won't even charge. So I've got a dead product. Once again, please help me sort this out. And I was really pissed off, and I was so annoyed because, like, I've spent money on this. So altogether with the case and the product, it was like over £100. So that's like just really pissed me off, because they weren't very forthcoming about giving me a refund, which wound me up even more, because it was like blatantly obvious they didn't want to give me a refund. And I was like, look, I just want to go and get a Samsung one now. Like, I don't want this JBL crap. And I'm just really pissed off, because I just, like, when you buy something online, you don't want this hassle of just trying to send stuff back and forth. And the other thing is, it took me 5 months to get my item back, because every time they said that it had been delivered, there was nothing at my house. There were no little messages from Royal Mail or a DHL. There was no little postcard through my letterbox to say that they'd attempted delivery. And when I emailed the guy saying, look, I still haven't got it, they were like, oh, apparently it keeps coming up as the owner's like rejected the item. I'm like, why the fuck? If I've been waiting for this item for like 7 months, why the fuck would I reject it if it came to my fucking door? Like, think about what you're fucking saying. So I was really pissed off. And then, like I said, it finally came in February, and then this is the shit that I've had to deal with. So it doesn't work. It's completely dead. I emailed him again, and then he basically told me that I needed to make another video so the manufacturers could see what was wrong with it. And I was like, well, how is it difficult to understand what's wrong with it? It just doesn't work. It doesn't charge. It doesn't turn on. It's totally dead. There's no lights on it. Nothing happens. It doesn't charge. It's totally dead. Like, how do you need a video to explain this? And then he was like, have you tried plugging the wire into a main socket and charging it? And I was like, well, obviously I've done that. Like, I've even used a different wire to make sure it wasn't this wired. I was almost gonna think about getting another wire like online just to make sure. And I was just so angry. And so this is basically the shit that's happened. And at the moment, so the stage I'm at right now is I've sent a video of the product not working back to the guy that I bought it off on eBay, or back to the company that got it from eBay. And they've said now, oh, we're going to have to basically send it to the manufacturers in Japan so they can have another look at the video and decide what to do, whether to repair or replace your product. And I was like, for God's sake, like, what is going on here? This is ridiculous. This is a dead product. I don't want it. So now I have to basically send it back to them again. And I don't have an update on it because I don't know what's going to happen. But this is the email I got from them this morning was the one to say, oh, the manufacturers have received the video. And they basically said, can you try plugging it into a main socket? And if it doesn't work, then they'll repair or replace it. So that's where I'm at the moment. I just wanted to make this video, first of all, because I was really pissed off and I feel completely like I've been ripped off because they're so quick not to give me a refund on this product. And second of all, I don't know whether other people have been having the same problem with this. I haven't had it anywhere near water. I didn't even take it out with me when we went on holiday because it wasn't working without charge. So I just wondered if anybody else had the same issue. I also know another person since then that is now on his third JBL Flip 3 because of the fact that it just kept not working and not working and not working. And I'm thinking I just feel really stupid for buying a product that I bought online when I should have bought it in a shop. I just kind of feel stupid and I feel like it's my own fault. But it's just the fact that it's kind of, I guess it's, I'm kind of glad it went through Amazon, so there's almost like someone there to protect me, but it's just a waste of time. So I've basically had this product since May last year. So I've had this product like 8, 9 months, and I still have a product that doesn't work, and I've spent over £100 on it. They really don't want to give me a refund. So please let me know your stories below. I know this has been a really long video. I'm really pissed off about the whole thing, and please tell me if you've had issues with it. Please tell me if there is another version of this that I should buy instead that people are happier with. Oh, I'm just so fed up of this. It's fucking stupid. So anyway, that is my video. I just wanted to have a little rant and let you know what is going on with my speaker. I will kind of update you at some point when I find out what's going on, whether they send me another one or not. But thank you so much if you stayed until the end of this really long rambly video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you lots.